setting up as part of OIF. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to set up something that I've created called the company connection. Now you have a personal connection. I don't call it a personal profile because it's a connection. You connect your personal connection with other connections, right? You create a network of you and others. And that's your personal connection. Now you also, there's something called a corporate profile, and the corporate profile basically shows your employees, your in affiliations and organizations. So what I've done differently is I've instituted, I created, and this is something that I've been working on for over a year now, something called the corporate connection. The corporate connection is setting up the personal profile, or creating a new personal profile to represent your business or idea or your association. And it's important because, one, you can do a number of things on it. Ask yourself which is more important, getting an endorsement for yourself or getting an endorsement for your company. Right? Another thing that's really what's important about corporate connection is you can show allegiances. So if you go to FoundUp's corporate profile, right, you will see that we have our strategic partners are there, our partners are there, our team members, our advisors, right, and finally our projects. So as part of our corporate profile, you can see, that's our web page, by the way. Our link as a FoundUp, we don't worry, we don't put up a silly web page, just say who we are. Everything's there, right? All the information is there. You need to talk to someone, you need to follow up, whatever, everything is there. So there's products and services that we'll list so you can check out our products and services. So the first thing you're going to do, if you're interested in, if you have a FoundUp, or if is to set up a corporate connection. Now, if you want to tie your FoundUp with us, it's $500 fee. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself, so you don't have to pay $500. If you don't have $500, then I don't think that you should not be able to, use the Open Incubator framework, OIF. It's a framework, okay? It's not necessarily saying, oh, I'm part of FoundUp, okay? It's using the systems that I've created that I'm going to tell you. The only thing I'm not going to tell you, because it's proprietary, is the fundraising system, and I'm not going to tell you some other things that we do, right, which is part of it. If you want to be part of and under our corporate umbrella, it's $500. We will set up your corporate connection. We will also set up our Twitter with it. We will set up and we will build that connection to 500, okay, to 500 participants of that corporate connection. And we'll basically crowdsource it, validate it. We'll find your team members. We'll, through our network that we're already growing. So we've done the hard work. We've already gotten it going, right? So you're basically paying just to become part of that, right? However, you can do it by yourself. So the first thing, and I'm going to tell you how to do it by yourself. The first thing you do is set up a corporate connection. Once you have a corporate connection, you want to validate and see if people will join you, right? So send out, send a message out to your friends and stuff, and say, hey, this is, please link up with me, right? And once you have them link up, when they respond to you, say, by the way, this is my, startup, this is my idea. What do you think? Will you give me some advice? Will you be an advisor? Will you be a team member? For it, will you help me get it going? Now, here's a simple fact. If no one wants to be an advisor of your idea, right? Or if no one wants to, and you say, listen, advisor is passive, you're just lending your name to it, right? You can say, I sometimes send an email that says, name only. Will you be an advisor, name only? I don't want any time, just name only, right? So if no one, ask yourself, if no one wants to be an advisor of your idea, your project, what does that mean to your idea or project? It probably means it's not going to go anywhere, right? It's not going to develop because, it's a good validation, right? If people start saying yes and they like you and you're a good leader and they believe in you and they sign and they start, adding your corporate profile to their profile, because when you set up a corporate connection, the second thing you're going to do is set up the corporate profile. To set up a corporate profile, you are going to need a URL. Now, something that you do is you just go to whatever, get a URL, put it up there, and set it up, and attach yourself to it. Your personal profile is the first one, and anyone else, right? And what I would do, or what I do, is before I go to the masses is, invite some folks to be part of it, right? To give credibility. Now, when someone becomes an advisor, what they're actually doing is, yeah, they're endorsing your idea. Think of it as an endorser. They're also crowdsourcing it through their network, because the moment they become an advisor, it sends out a message to the entire network saying, I'm an advisor of your company. And someone's going to go, oh, what's your company? Some people are going to click on it and look at it, and they go, oh, that's kind of cool. And they may, like it happened with Help Japan Co., they may contact the guy and say, listen, that's really cool. What's it about? He said, well, I'm an advisor. Why don't you talk to you, right? So what happened in Help Japan Co., one of my friend Vadim, who is was a former senior technician for AOL, some AOL buddy of his saw that new position. He clicked on Help Japan Co. He's like, well, that's really cool. I want to be part of this. How can I help? I've got lots of talent. I'm a really clever guy, right? How can I be part of what you're doing? So, so Vadim sent me the thing. He's like, hey, this guy, I don't really know him that well, but he's interested. And that's when that was an aha moment when I said, wow, that was really cool. So the idea of the advisor was kind of born there, because I actually wasn't thinking, I was like, Vadim, just I was thinking more of the federal contractor, like, hey, lend me your resume so I can show that we've got talent behind this, so I can raise the money, so then I can bring the team on board, and if you want to be on board, I'll give you first right of refusal. So that's kind of how that happened. And then it's very important that when you link up with people and you just attach your email, you log out your other account, you sign up in your other account. A little trick here is to use 2 browsers. So I use all 3 browsers, and I may look for another browser, but basically I have Chrome is my main one. I have Firefox is basically FoundUps Corp is on Firefox. My personal is on Chrome, and then I use Explorer, because it's a bunch of it's a really crappy browser. I use Explorer to connect with the other ones, the other FoundUps. Now, again, if you have me do it, or my team, basically, we'll add a lot of different things to it. Other things that you're going to want to do is build your group. You're going to promote people to your group. I mean, there's a whole set of things that that takes time. Again, our cost is $500, for the year. Right now, it's $500 a year for the first 100. Once I get 100 FoundUps, guess what? It's going to be $500 for 6 months. And then once I get another 500 FoundUps, then it's going to be $500 for every 3 months. You see where I'm going with this? So right now, it's always going to be $500, but it's going to be $500. Now, I believe, it would be never, I'm not going to go to 1.5 months, but 3 months for $500. I believe that once I get going, I can basically take your idea, and I know this because when we were raising money for multi-million-dollar campaigns, we can validate that campaign in basically 1 month. Okay, so if I'm raising 50 million or 20 million, I can, and that would, and just to give you an idea, when I worked for National Community Development Service, ncdsinc.net, clients would pay $25,000 to have me go to them and write up a feasibility study, right? Run this feasibility study, and then determine whether or not we could raise whatever it is. And there's a whole process in this, okay? It's not rocket science, but it's a secret sauce. So I know if I spend, so the reason why I say 3 months, eventually it's going to get down to 3 months, because I know that once I do 100, that's, I can, once I've done 100, we figured out all the problems, I've got a team, I'm paying, I've got other people doing what I'm doing, it's that, we're up and running, we're making money and everything else. In reality, we can take a new idea, build it, test it, launch it into a startup, I believe, in 3 months. I believe I can take an idea and launch it into a successful startup in 3 months, maybe 8 months from now, all right? So it's always going to be $500 because I think $500 is a good threshold, right? It's enough money where, for most of us poor people, right? For most of us who don't have a lot of money, it's quite a bit of money, but we can save up that money and we can do it, right? Now we do get 10% of your company, right? When you join FoundUps and you pay $500, you're signing an NDA. You're also, basically positioning saying we are big brother. So what we say is what you're going to do. Now, when we did a fundraising campaign, that's how we work, right? When we did a fundraising campaign, the client signed on to us. They basically said, you are God when it comes to raising this money. You are God when it comes to launching my company. I'm going to defer to your wisdom, to your knowledge, to your advice, okay? That's the same thing we're going to do. The only difference is you don't need to be incorporated. All you need is an idea. You don't need a business plan. All you need is provide me three things. What it is, the name, okay? What pain you're trying to solve. What's the solution that you will provide. And finally, what is the outcome you expect? I don't care about finances. That's a startup thing, right? Those are the three things. Again, what it is, WikiTube TV. What's the pain? Now, all these multimedia vehicles are just too complicated for a 2-year-old and 90-year-old. We want to provide something that autonomously delivers content to the end user very easily and simply. Right? What's the solution? Well, WikiTube TV will aggregate all social media. It will use technology for voice recognition and other things, so someone doesn't have to read and can get video. WikiTube also is kind of like a Wiki TV. It allows anyone to create their own content and push that content to their network and other folks. It also aggregates content from all over, and it filters out the crap, and it finds the stuff that I want to watch, so I don't have to go find it myself. What's the outcome? Well, I want us to become the TV for the future of the internet. I want in India and in China and everything else, I want that open technology to be what drives, and to be the kind of ads that it has will be supported by ads, but the ads will be green and environmental and about education, not about taking advantage of folks. We'll make money with it. We'll make money through selling ads. We'll make money by providing people with their own customizable spaces if they're a company, and a lot of other different things. So that's the outcome. That's WikiTube TV, right? That's what I want to hear. You can make a video, send it to me, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was educational to you. I'm going to make more videos. These are private videos, so these videos are not going to be on the website. Searchable. These are videos that unless you have the link, you're not going to see. I have over 300 videos, and you can imagine how many videos are not up there if I've got 300 videos. I can basically teach you to launch your idea without the need of at least get it to a point where it can launch. I have to admit, I haven't made my millions yet. I just came up with OIF. I launched in October. I ran a test with Help Japan Co. and validated the fundraising tool from it. I know that it works now. So now it's just a matter of testing other people doing it, and that's, I want you to be a guinea pig. However, I'm not in a position just to donate my time to test it. The $500 is to basically allow me to do it. That's it. Thanks. You can call me at 202-360-4467. You can Skype at FoundUp and connect with me. Again, 202-360-4467. Skype is FoundUp. And I look forward to hearing from you.